This looks and feels like a rescue operation during a winter storm. A car has crashed in freezing conditions. Police, paramedics, firefighters and mountain rescue teams are trying to save lives. But this is inside the UK's largest indoor ski slope, giving Cheshire Police the chance to stress test their winter plans months before they're needed. Organiser Sergeant Rob Simpson presented Operation Winter Storm to the 2023 Emergency Services show.
We'd make the teams walk up those slopes. We made the equipment fail as well. And I put wind machines in there. We had blue flashing lights. It was pitch black. It was a wonderful environment and it was a real challenging one. And I wanted to make it realistic like that because there's no point training for when everything goes right.
Rob Simpson filmed this rescue operation in the Peak District last winter to warn other revellers against trying to drive in the snow. But since many won't heed his advice, the emergency services need to plan for the worst. One lesson from Operation Winter Storm is the need for a central depository for winter kit, which could be deployed to teams in the field.
It's not worth investing in the whole of the ambulance service, the whole of the fire service, the whole of the police having access to sort of like their own individual winter kit. We need this kind of hub. So one of the areas we're looking at the moment, we're reviewing is, could we co-locate something that in times of some kind of incident or accident that's happened in a remote location, can we get that equipment all together and deploy it as we're attending it?
The Emergency Services show was a chance for suppliers to showcase some of their latest winter kits, from outfits to torches to thermometers, which work in extreme heat or cold.
It doesn't matter whether it's minus 45 or plus 45, it gives you very accurate 0.2 degrees of your core body temperature.
Extreme weather is among 89 threats listed in this year's National Risk Register, which includes some previously classified information and is the most transparent ever.
If we get it right,
Helen Hines heads up emergency planning for Northumberland County Council and is delighted with the government's new approach.
it's something that I've talked about with colleagues for the last 20 years. So to see it actually put into a government document that brings us in line with the UN approach and the Sendai framework approach is incredibly welcome.
She's recently been involved with an exercise to test what could happen in the event of a national power outage called Exercise Mighty Oak.
We learned that national power outage is very hard, and we've potentially got more questions than we've got answers. But we're only ever going to be able to answer those questions if we work together to address them, and we're honest about them as well. I think we need to accept that if we ended up with a national power outage, there are things that we will not be able to fix, so you have to kind of muddle through. But as long as you've identified where those issues are, then you've at least got a fighting chance of being able to address them as you go on.
By using immersive training exercises like Operation Winter Storm and Exercise Mighty Oak, the emergency services hope they'll give themselves and the people who rely on them the best chance possible should any of those risks become a reality.